weaving in your tails is different for everybody. Everybody has their own little tricks, so I encourage you to look this up, because remember I mentioned earlier, there's no wrong in knitting. None. Everybody finds their own way. The only thing really you need is what's called a tapestry needle or a yarn needle. It's a larger needle with a hole that fits your yarn into rather well, and typically they come with this little curved tip here. They all don't have to be, but these are my favorite kind. And all I do is thread the needle with my yarn, just like so. And I go into whatever the back of the work here is. What's nice is we were working in garter stitch, so it doesn't matter which side, because garter stitch is reversible. So it's like magic. All I do on a bind off edge, I like to come around to the back, and you see these sideways V's right here? Those are our bind off stitches where we went sideways across. I like to insert my tapestry needle right into one of those V's and just pull it through. Not too tight, or then you get a weird misshapen edge. And then I'll come back through the next V, just like so. Through the next V. Through the next V. I do this for, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 stitches. It just depends on the yarn. For a worsted weight like this, you don't have to go too crazy. And then I will go back where I came out of. So I'm going to go backwards. And it's okay if you split your yarn here. That'll actually help, especially if you have a wool yarn. It'll kind of self-felt itself as it gets used to all the surrounding stitches. And that's it. And then I will cut that tail. I don't cut it right up to the edge. I cut it a little bit outside of the edge, because as it starts to settle in, that stitch will start to work its way back in. That's okay. I might have let it go a little too long. And then I'll do the same thing with my other tail here. You can work through those sideways V's of your cast on, which is basically all that I do here. Just like this. You can see our cast on is definitely a different edge than our bind off edge. That's okay. This particular cast on is nice and stretchy. Just like that. Now at this point, see my little square here. I'm so happy. My little square. At this point, I'm going to then go block it. And all blocking means is that I'm going to wet it, and then I'm going to shape it if I need to, which means pinning it to a nice little square shape if I want to, or a rectangle or whatever we're working on. And then I'm going to let it dry. That's it. That wetting and drying action is really nice, because it's like magic, where somewhere through that process our stitches learn to hold hands. And over on the School of Sweet Georgia website, we have 2 different blocking tutorials for you that you can watch, one on wet blocking and one on steam blocking. You just choose the method that's right for you. Once you have done that, you will have your first finished knit piece.